With probably only around a month before the Security Breach Ruin DLC releases, the FNaF fanbase is getting really excited for the upcoming DLC. However, just yesterday, Dawko did a charity stream for the Trevor project, and every $4,000 raised, he would show one of 8 Ruin DLC teaser images. In this video, I'll be going over all the images that were shown, discussing what each image shows and what it could mean for the DLC. Before we start though, I do just want to say that this is my first upload in over 2 weeks, so I'd just like to apologize. I was taking a bit of a break to focus on school, and also because I was sick, and still am a little bit, but much less than I was before. I am also now finished all my exams, and I am officially done with grade 10, outside my exam review day, which is fun, so I'll now be getting back into uploading. So thanks to all of you for being patient, or at least most of you, but now let's talk about the Ruin teaser images. The first image is named Marketing Lobby, and the image shows the main lobby of the Pizzaplex, which we did see in the Ruin DLC trailer, but we didn't see much of it. This is a view of most of the lobby and shows all the sunlight coming in through the window. We could already tell from the trailer, but this now further confirms that Ruin actually will be taking place during the day, but while the area directly parallel to the main entrance of the Pizzaplex is slightly lit up as we see in the original Ruin teaser image, the rest of the Pizzaplex is shrouded in darkness. This image was a good starting point for the teaser images, as it doesn't show very much, but it's something that we knew that we would see. The second image is called Glam Gifts, and at first glance I found it hard to believe that this is actually Glamrock Gifts. It took me a while to realize that the camera here was at the angle facing towards the door that we enter Glamrock Gifts through towards the beginning of Security Breach. When we enter Glamrock Gifts at that moment, it's packed full of clothes, plushies, and everything in between, but here it's mostly empty. It seems like either Fazbear Entertainment completely emptied this stuff out after the Pizzaplex fell into ruin, or maybe after the Pizzaplex was abandoned and kids started breaking in and doing graffiti and stuff, that a bunch of kids stole a bunch of the stuff that's in the Pizzaplex. What I would really like to see is a Tales from the Pizzaplex story that showcases kids breaking into the broken down Pizzaplex and doing all that graffiti, maybe stealing stuff but then getting killed by the animatronics. I think that would make for a really good Tales story, but we'll have to wait and see if we ever actually get that. This image also shows a staff bot which seems to be shut down. This could mean that it's deactivated, but we also do see a lot of endoskeletons in a position like this, and then they usually get back up, so the same might be said for the staff bots. The third image is called Food Court, and it shows a kitchen looking area that is completely wrecked. In the background of this image we can see the water bird thingy which we saw in the trailer. It's unclear whether this is an actual food court area that we didn't see in game, or if it's one that we did see in game. While the image is called Food Court, this specific area shown doesn't really look like the food court itself. To be fair, it could just be wrecked to the point of not being very recognizable, but it could also be one of the kitchens that would connect to a food court. It might be the kitchen underground and the food court in reference is the wrecked staff meeting room, or it could be the kitchen on the surface level with the food court in reference being the atrium food court. It's unclear, but either makes sense, or like I said, it could just be a food court in a state of extreme disrepair. The fourth image is called Daycare, and the image shows, surprise surprise, the daycare. This image allows us to see the Lucky Stars gift shop, and we see that it's really boarded up. There's also a device on the wall which we can see in the Ruin gameplay trailer, and there's 3 endos walking around. Since the trailer seems to show us opening up these devices on the wall, it seems that we'll be able to unlock the door and get inside, or as Dawko suggested on the stream itself, these could possibly be the new save stations, but it's unclear. It's easier to see if you brighten the image, but on the right of the gift shop you can see some large blue containers. So the daycare seems to be the new realm of the endos, which makes sense considering there were endos underneath the daycare theater. I don't really know how much of the DLC will have the endos, if they'll only be in the daycare or what, but it's pretty interesting to think about. But we don't have too much longer before we find out, as Ruin comes out within the next month. The fifth image is named Catwalks, and the image shows the catwalks above Monty Golf completely destroyed. We can see a bunch of parts collapsed, pieces broken, and even Monty's ruined form with red eyes and a mean expression on his face like a rabid dog. This image is kind of self-explanatory and there's not really too much to talk about. It's just the broken catwalks above Monty Golf and ruined Monty. So let's just move on to the next image. The sixth image is called Cupcake. This image shows Chica lying in a pile of trash right outside Chica's bakery. Zooming in on Chica, you can also see what looks to either be cheese or melted plastic on her body and face. Both sides make sense in their own ways, but it's unclear which it is. It could be cheese since Chica here is in a pile of trash, and she's known for loving pizza, and there's probably even pizza boxes in this pile of trash that she's in, so that makes sense. However, it being melted plastic also makes sense if the DLC does take place following the Burn Trap ending, where Chica and the other animatronics are caught in the fire and could have been melted a bit, so it would make sense. Either option works, so I'm curious to know which one you think it is. Chica's face in the original Ruin teaser did seem to be melted anyway, so it would make sense. Either way, we see Chica in a pile of trash outside the bakery. We saw her walking around the outside of this bakery in the gameplay trailer, so it seems like maybe she starts out eating pizza from the pile of trash, and then she finds out we're there and starts wandering or something along those lines. Who knows, I guess we'll see. At this point, we had seen images with Monty and Chica, so with 2 more images, I started predicting that we would possibly see Roxy on the penultimate image, and maybe even Glamrock Freddy on the last image, possibly there to confirm whether or not he actually has his head. Was I right? No, I was not. We got neither of those, actually. The penultimate image is simply just Monty Golf. This image is, of course, of Monty Golf itself, and we can see here the Monty Golf arcade machine, as well as Monty himself once again. Monty seems to have either been crushed or was hiding underneath the ramp, and we can see some of the holes for the golf courses very apparently out of place. It's also very interesting that the arcade machines are still working, which opens up the possibility that we may be able to play them still in Ruin. Maybe we'll be able to play Chica's Feeding Frenzy, which I believe was coded into the game, but we just never got to play it. Hell, the bakery was shown here, but I don't really see how the bakery would contribute to the story, since it doesn't really connect to anything. So it might just be there simply because Chica's Feeding Frenzy is there. Either way, this teaser image was cool, but how about we move on and talk about the final one? The final Security Breach Ruin DLC teaser that we got on Daco's charity stream was this. This teaser is called Monty's Ride Repair, and while it was a little underwhelming as the final teaser image, it is very interesting because it's the only image of these 8 that was of a brand new area. The center of this room shows one of the carts that Monty was riding on by the catwalks. This room is a room dedicated to fixing the broken carts. I think this might lead into a mission in Ruin similar to the Roxy go-kart mission, where maybe we'll have to repair this Monty ride cart, and then we ride on it and onto the catwalks, which would lead directly into what we see in the trailer where Cassie rides on it and then hops off and onto the catwalks. Who knows, but I'm really interested in the fact that this is the 3rd one of these images that had to do with Monty. It makes me wonder if Monty's gonna have a bigger role in this than we think. It also makes me wonder why we got 3 Monty teasers, but none for Roxy. Maybe it's just because these were the best images for promotional material, but either way, I'm really excited for the Ruin DLC, and I hope all of you guys are too. But that's everything there is to talk about for this video. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe. I never say this right. I'm never able to speak this outro very well. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to leave a like and subscribe if you want to, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye, guys!